good evening. Welcome to Ladies Talk on Western Spring Television. It's a new year, a new beginning, 2026. Yes, 2025 was a roller coaster. A lot happened in the year 2025, especially to women. The good, the bad, the ugly. A lot of people got pregnant, had their babies, got married, achievement here and there, a lot of death as well. But regardless, we are grateful for this new year, 2026. And we hope we meet you well as well. We hope that you're doing well at your end. It's another interesting time on the show where we talk about everything concerning women. I want to talk about everything concerning women. We talk about career, relationship, marriage, friendship, fashion, even men. Yes, we gossip about men because the main reason why we are here sometimes is because of the men. My name is Tomilola Daniel Adejuwon. Remember that you can catch previous episodes of Ladies Talk, the ones we had 2025. You can catch them on our YouTube page, Western Spring Television, and also you can watch us live on Star Time, channel 190 DTT. And yes, again, my name is Tomilola Daniel Adejuwon. Definitely, I am not doing this alone this beautiful evening. All my ladies. The ladies are here with me this evening. How are you guys doing? Happy New Year.
Yeah. welcome to 2026.
Yes.
It's so good to know that 2025 is over and we're another year. So like this, we are still like tearing the nylon from the back. God help us. But yeah, Happy New Year, ladies.
But regardless, I still need to talk about how your 2025 went. You need to talk about, let's just, maybe in a word, how will you sum up the year 2025, Ajibs?
Wow. Wow. Okay, you can do anything, just don't stop trying. Yeah, like that's what I got from 2025. You can do anything if you don't stop trying. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Mazi.
Right. Happy New Year.
Yes.
I think I would say my 2025 was just more of lesson learned.
Okay.
I kind of learned a lot of lesson, relearn, and then learn new things. Yeah. Last year was full of lessons, so I don't want to learn them again this year.
So what are you looking forward to in 2026?
Okay, 2026 will be more of adventure. And
Wow.
Where are you planning to go? Maldives?
Look out for me.
Okay.
Mazi Queen 2.0.
Wow.
Okay. James, what are your plans?
2026. Okay. Just like what we do, we speak to the women, we speak to the ladies, okay? I would say I just want to focus on myself more.
Okay.
In 2026, I want to be able to achieve so much without an opinion on anyone. So basically, my 2026 is to double up and do stuffs for myself.
So good to know, so good to hear. And definitely we are going to rock 2026 together.
Exactly. Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
definitely. Okay,
Amen.
we need to
I wish we had a drink in our hands.
Like,
It's just like 26, 26.
All right, so that show definitely has to do with ladies. This a story we saw on social media, and I feel that it's something I want the ladies to be a part of, to share that. So there are so many talking points from this particular story, and definitely it has to do with women and boundaries, and medical practitioners as well. When we have more men in a particular profession, and then we women are saying, oh, this is my body, my right, you can't touch me anywhere. But in some cases, there are exceptions, right? Maybe emergency, you definitely, there's some religion that actually are not in support of a male doctor treating a female patient. This and other things, what we'll be talking about on the show. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still Ladies Talk on Western Spring Television. And not to forget, Ajibs and Mazi Queen are still here with me this evening. Or let's say they are still here with us this evening. So there's this particular story that I want to share with you all. And I would want, as well, you can also drop your comment on social media handles as well. And definitely, I would also want the ladies to be a part of this conversation. It's quite lengthy, but I'll try to be fast with it. And also after that, I'll be playing you a video that would help us, shape our conversations tonight. So let me start with the story. It says, my husband's friend put his hand in my, I don't know if I should use the word, is it safe?
No, can we just, no.
In my V?
Yes.
Yes, okay. My husband's friend put his hand in my V. My husband's best friend was more than a friend. He was his best man at our wedding, a respected doctor, someone my husband trusted with his life. After we got married, pregnancy did not come easily. A month after month, disappointment after disappointment because of their close relationship, my husband suggested we seek help from his friend's hospital. We did not even pay for consultations. Everything was handled discreetly, professionally, so I believed. Whenever I needed to run tests, my husband drove me himself. A female specialist handled all examinations while his friend made sure we did not pay. And that was then, after 2 long years, I missed my period. My husband was so happy, he personally drove me to the hospital. His friend congratulated us warmly and reassured us that everything would be fine. I thought the worst was behind us. A few weeks later, I accompanied a newly pregnant friend to the same hospital. When she ran a test, I decided to do a quick check too, just to be sure the baby was okay. But there was a problem. The female specialist was unavailable because I did not book any appointment. She could not see me as she was very busy. As I was about to leave, my husband's friend saw me in the hallway. He smiled and said it was fine. He could handle it quickly. After all, he was the doctor and family, practically. I trusted him, so I agreed. The test required swabbing my V as I laid down and spread my legs for him, and he conducted the necessary medical procedure professionally. That evening, my husband asked a simple question. Did you go to the hospital today? Yes, I replied. Did you run any tests? Yes. There was a pause. Who attended to you? When I answered, the room changed. He said, so my friend saw your backside and even touched your thing. I said, isn't his friend a doctor? He must see different naked ladies every day. He asked me if those naked ladies his friend sees are married to him. That why would I allow his friend see my nakedness? Next thing, his voice rose. My husband switched and started calling me different unprintable names. He said if I was not pregnant, he would have beaten me. What I had never heard from him poured out. He said I had disgraced him. He said it was an abomination that his friend had seen my private parts and he would never forgive me for embarrassing him like that. Right there, he called his friend, screamed at him, blocked him, and walked out of our home. He did not return for 3 days, but it was later I learned the truth. Through another friend of his wife, I heard the stories about my husband's friend, the doctor, about how he used to always describe women's nakedness when they are drinking. And according to the gist, he used to boast about, can I use this word, fingering some patients and even sleeping with so many married women who came for consultations and pregnant women too. The worst thing about it was that my husband used to always defend him and say if he was the one who is a doctor, it would do worse. Now I understood. My husband is mad because he believes his friend would mock me and him behind his back and describe my private part to their friends. And no matter how many times I explained that the procedure was brief and professional, my husband had already decided what he wanted to believe. I don't know what to do. Did I do anything bad? I only went there because the tests were always free. I wanted to save my husband money and I wanted to make sure our baby was okay. That is the end of the story. But before I hear from the ladies or I get their opinion, let's watch this video. Then we'll come back to the full gist.
Before the day runs out, I want to bring something to your attention. If you're a young girl who has gone to the hospital for a test on your PP, maybe a pap smear or an ultrasound, or just something that requires you to take off your skirts or your trousers, you will know that these doctors, this male gynecologist, uses that means, that professionalism to talk bullshit. So I went to a diagnostic center to have a test done, and when my legs were open and the the diagnostician was doing whatever he was doing with the equipment, he told me, oh, I wouldn't mind putting a baby in you. And I wanted to understand from where to where did this come back? Like, how did this thing form in your head? And then you thought about it, finish, and opened that your big mouth to say it to me. You are supposed to be my doctor. Why would you say, oh, I wouldn't mind putting a baby in you while you had the equipment down there? Why? And my legs were open. And I said, okay, let me play along with this man. I said, who told you I would like to have a kid right now? I'm not even married. I said, oh, I will marry you too. You will marry me too. You are supposed to be my doctor. That is so unprofessional. And I know that there are a lot of girls out there who have been to the doctor's office and they would always use that means to make one snide comment or snide remark about sexualizing your body. There's another girl in my CL that said when she went for a pap smear, the doctor that was doing the pap smear for her said, oh, I like your anatomy. Anatomy is her vagina, right? See, all these male doctors, they need to do better. And in fact, this is why I'm making this video. We're calling them out today. We are calling out all those male gynecologists, the male doctors, the male residents, all of you that when you have the access to women's bodies, you make snide sexual comments concerning it. You are supposed to be a doctor. Those comments are so unprofessional.
I like your anatomy.
I like that line.
I'm trying to picture it, but I'm not getting it.
That's why he's a doctor.
Okay. Let me start with Ajib.
Oh,
I want to know. I think you've been, you have babies. Definitely, you've been to the hospital for good reasons. Have you ever felt off if a male doctor tries to treat you?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Not at all. Okay. First of all, I go to hospitals at that particular point in time, maybe during my pregnancy period, right? And at this time, every woman wants a baby to be safe, irrespective of the doctor. It might be young, it might be old. Now, let me tell you this. Okay, during my pregnancy period, okay, the doctor had really big fingers. Okay. It was a chubby man.
Right.
Okay, and so my other pregnant women, rather, when we had them like a time to chit chat, they were like, this is so doctor, his fingers are so wide, it's so big, like once he dips his fingers in there, you're gonna feel this. Blah. But at that time, it didn't even matter to me. I don't care if his fingers are big or not. I just want him to dip his fingers in there and tell me if my baby is safe, fine, safe, and the likes and the rest of it. So to me, I don't care. And when I was even gonna have my baby, he was a young doctor. But at this particular point in time, I wasn't seeing him as a young guy. I wasn't seeing him as a guy who would be like, I saw that woman. It's like, it's all right. So basically for me, I don't mind.
All right, Mazi.
Okay. I've not been in that situation, but I would say one thing that like comes to my mind when the video was ongoing, I was like, perception. Okay. Perception matters in everything. The fact that you are not seeing that doctor as a doctor, but you're seeing him as a guy who you feel, I kind of feel his perception. I'm not trying to support what they do, but I kind of feel if you are there for safety, like she said, all what you're after is, oh, is my baby okay? Am I okay? Safety. And the core duty of a doctor is to ensure safety of a patient. So I kind of feel you should be positive and feel like, okay, I'm here for safety. Safety is all I seek for. We should stop imagining things. So
what about the case, this lady's case?
Anatomy?
Okay,
we are not there. I'm not trying to say she may be lying, but then I kind of feel some women also foiled it, like the way they
some
imagine.
women are even attracted to doctors.
You get what I'm saying? So we're not there. We didn't know how cute that doctor may be looking. Yes, I know my gender. She made have first of all sexualize him. Kind of the way he's touching and all.
There must have been like something to warrant him saying that.
Exactly. So we should stop hearing this. When you are in the hospital for something, put your mindset at that safety alone. Okay, I'm here to feel safe. I'm here to get treated.
But there's really nothing wrong when you're attracted to someone.
No doubt.
Regardless of the
hospital.
No. You can actually marry like that particular young doctor now. Eventually, you know, that is not a crime. But I have a problem with I have a problem with nothing brought about that conversation. Maybe from the moment I came into you for consultations, we didn't have like that rapport. You know, you could actually meet someone day one. It could be single, I'm single, and we had a rapport that was beautiful. Who knows? Afterwards, we could even go on a date. Okay, that is because we clicked. But I came in there professionally. You need to do this for me, and we went in there to get it done. And all of a sudden, I don't think it even plays out like that. You must have given him like a green light.
Exactly my point.
You know, I feel like you must have given him a green light. Maybe you know what I mean by green light.
Don't you feel you're trying to support this gender?
I am not supporting anything. I am saying if you go to a doctor and you appear professional to him, he's not going to give you cock and bull.
Exactly.
But if you come there and you're doing all this, you're being sexy, you're giving it like anything flirty, he might just go around to do that because we know men, they are flirty in nature.
Sorry to button. There's this other video, I don't have it, but I saw it yesterday, of a lady wearing hijab. And she had the same experience with a male doctor.
Okay.
So what would you say about this case? Obviously, she was not trying to throw herself to the doctor.
Okay. Over time, I've heard, that is, with all due respect to the women or the ladies in hijab though, we've been made to believe like a lot of them could be
saints.
Do you understand me? So maybe like it's a stereotype. Like maybe that man was just trying to just shoot his shot. Maybe this is one of those saints that they talk about. You know, you just got to prove yourself over and over again. It's like a woman that they say you have a bad character, and you keep proving it to them like, yes, I have got a bad character. So maybe it was just shooting his shot. Maybe it's one of them.
That's
what I'm saying.
Unprofessional in the hospital. I'm not saying you can't find love, like you said. You can find love in the hospital, but to me, it's unprofessional.
All right. I think the next question I will throw to you is, what do you see as unprofessional especially in the medical space, from a male doctor to a patient, from a female? Because sometimes it's even the female doctors sometimes that are trying to throw themselves at the male patient. So what do you see as being unprofessional?
Okay, I feel unprofessionalism starts when you bring in your personal self. I think when you are a doctor, like I said, I'll keep saying it, the main duty of a doctor is to treat patient. Your patient safety is number one. Your patient's health is number one. So when you start bringing in your person, we are humans, right? You have the right to feel. I can feel something. But then once you enter the hospital, I will assume as a doctor, you should throw away your human, attraction feelings aside.
Like a personal feeling.
Yes, and put on that professionalism in you. I don't think it's just like, okay, let me say maybe a traditionalist, babalawo, or you are in the shrine to consult for people that have issues. Then someone is there to complain to you that he has marital issue, and you want to sleep with the person. It doesn't even make sense, because you are there to solve the problem of that person. So I kind of feel as a doctor, once you are in the hospital, right, you should take away all distractions. Distraction meaning your physical, like something that will make you feel, okay, I think I'm attracted. I don't know how they can do it, but it's possible because they have been trained. You go to school 6 years, 7 years. It's not easy. They must have trained them physically, emotionally, like every aspect of life. So that feeling of bringing it out, I think this lady, it's not even, yes, you shouldn't even be feeling that. You should just, the only thing you should be seeing is malaria, typhoid. Immediately you enter, if you see patient, be seeing malaria, typhoid. Exactly. You shouldn't be seeing aside what they taught you in school as a doctor.
Okay. Now, because she mentioned a gynecologist and someone who deals with the private parts, like the female anatomy, like he said, the beautiful
anatomy.
This is someone who specializes in this area. Like they have no other job. All they care about is your private part. And in this space, or should I say profession, this particular, I don't know what I'll call it now, we have more men than women.
That's right.
Yes. And we have a lot of women who complain about men. Like they go to the hospital, they want to see someone, a lady, and they're like, you can't find any lady here. I'm the one who's going to attend to you.
That's going to attend to you.
Yeah, but in a case where it's now a case of life and death, definitely you have no reason not to. Yeah. But now in this situation whereby we have more male gynecologists, what exactly is the way forward from this?
The way forward? Is that question at me?
Like, are we going to stop going to them?
Why?
Of course, no.
Of course not now. I mean, if I mean, being a gynecologist is actually like more of the male thing and not the female, okay? So the best thing that they can do is to educate them to be more professional, you know, and let there be consequences for some of their personal, for these, their actions. Because I kind of think like it is so unethical for me to come for, you know, like I need to get treated on something and you're bringing in your personal feelings into that, what name do I put in there? Like I come into you for an appointment and you're trying to get all personal with me. Yeah, so that is so wrong. And I kind of feel like there should be a repercussion for these actions of theirs. I think it's just because they let it slide. It now becomes like a thing, like doctors are flirty in nature.
Yeah.
They do this and all. They just, it is wrong. But the moment there is a sanction for such acts, I think it's going to come down. It's going to curb their SSS. Yeah, I really do think so.
I also kind of feel most of these cases might have not been reported. I'm sorry to use that word because she came on social media to say it. The appropriate bodies that need to hear about it might not be there. So I kind of feel if you're a woman out there and you encounter that, you should look for the right body and report it. I don't think some doctors have maybe, okay, they don't use one person, do lesson before. They will learn.
Yeah, scapegoat.
Exactly. I kind of feel most of the cases are not being reported, either underreported or maybe swept under the carpet because they are men. Obviously, the world revolves around men. And also, as women, I think more women should be in that space.
Yeah, right.
It's not okay to me. I don't think it's normal that we have male dominated
that space.
The gender, like the male gender in gynecology. I don't think it's cool because if you can study medicine as a student, you can be a gynecologist. So in order for us to to balance it, you get more women should come out and embrace that feel of being a gynecologist because this is us. I'm not saying like, okay, the male they've been doing well, they've been doing amazingly well. But then as a woman, you are hearing me out there, you can come out, like do it. When we have more women in the space, we won't be having cases like this because we'll be having like 80 to 20. So before the evil reason, okay, this man should take care of, we would have maybe 5 ladies already
on the line.
When you're going to a hospital that is only one and the one is a guy, you want to die. You can't allow yourself to die. So you have to be treated by that same doctor. So I kind of feel more women should embrace that feel of being a gynecologist. I actually love it. Let's assume I study medicine to be real. If I should have been a medical doctor, I would choose to be either a gynecologist or a pediatrician. Yeah, I love kids. So those are the only 2 aspects of medicine that I like. But then, I don't know, our youth out there.
All right, we've spoken about the men, and then we can't leave out the women because the truth is there are some women as well that are badly behaved. And gladly you have kids. Definitely you went through pregnancy, you went through labor. We have some nurses that are very insensitive because now we're saying that, we want more women in this profession. But we still have women that I've also gone through that same procedure. You see some women that have kids, but during labor they act like, oh, I don't care how you
so
feel.
Harsh, right?
Yes. What do you have to say about women like that as well?
First of all, it's let me come from the aspect of my mom. She's a retired teacher.
Okay.
And she said those days that it amazes her the kind of teachers that are employed in schools these days. Those days they go for teachers training, there's a lot of exercise that happens in there. And so when they come back from this teachers training, you will see they have this natural, due to the trainings they got, you will see them having love for the children they are teaching. I can remember back then when my mother is going to school, she used to be in a public school. She would carry like a 5-liter keg of water. I'll ask her, why are you taking this keg of water? She will say, because some of those students, they're not going to bring water to school. They will pour their water away. So she's there to give them water to drink. Why am I saying this? If there was love from a teacher to a student, if you had the proper training, upbringing, and all that all put together, you will not hurt your students. That child will be like a child to you. Now bringing me back to the medical world.
Yeah.
A lot of them just went to school, some of them didn't even, there's a lot of Appian way now. A lot of Appian way, like a lot of shortcuts to these things. They might actually go to the school. How many of them really had passion for it? Was it not the courses that they were given that they went to school to study? I have another course in my mind and I didn't get that. Okay, this was an option. Oh yeah, just nothing to this year. Oh, they're bossing nothing here. You're telling me such would appreciate such a job?
Yeah.
It's like somebody who wants to be, you never thought of being a mass communicator, you wanted to be a lawyer, but it didn't work. That person, you just see the person lagging behind in the media world. So a lot of times this is the case. So I kind of feel like once you don't, it comes from a part of, this is not what I ordered for versus what I got. So I beg, don't come and, so they don't even have passion for their job. If there is passion for that job, if you now look at them, you still see some women, you can feel it from their head to from the hair on their head to the sole of their feet that they love what they are doing. They will migrate from the auxiliary to the nurses. They'll become matrons tomorrow, and they will have a story to tell. From the moment you see them, you will see them as you will see a mother figure in them already. So go look at the actions, go look at their details. You actually find out that they actually do not love what they are doing. Okay, there's some of them. Go look at their backgrounds too. Look at a woman whose marriage failed. Or doesn't have a child, then you are now coming with your spouse, all lovey-dovey, and so it's just some personal reasons, and of course, life affects a lot of them. I kind of feel like that's the way it goes.
Okay,
it's not supposed to be so. Like, I just want to say, you made mention like personal issues and stuff, but it's not supposed to be so. That's why I keep mentioning. Once you are in the medical space, remove everything personal, drop it in your house. Okay, put on that garment of professionalism and treat your patient, because that's why you are there. I think some of them enter that field and forget the reason why they are there. Like,
or maybe the government failed them.
Explain government. How did the government?
I don't want to start blaming government.
I don't want. We can't always. We can't always put the blame on the government.
Like,
oh my goodness! No. That is, I totally disagree with that. Okay, it's like you going. Everybody loves to use their power how they like it. In fact, a lot of times we females, we wish that when we want to go for a meeting, you want to meet a particular body, a brand or anything. Some of us feel like we don't want to meet a woman.
Exactly.
Yes. I don't like walking.
Some of us feel like we don't want to meet a woman. Why is that? They will tell you, look around you. Actually find out your enemy might not even be a man. A lot of times, it's your fellow, is your gender. You know, the enemy of a woman is actually a woman. You know. So what are we saying? I don't think it is that. First of all, people love power.
Okay.
In a situation whereby they realize, like, I want to render you help. For example, the doctors that we say make advances at this women is because they're in the position of power. So they feel like with that, they can subdue, they can have access. Okay, so whatever they say at that time, if you're a lady, for example, you're married and you're loose, they will just have your way. That is like +1 to what they're already doing. Okay, and a woman too, she knows she has nothing to offer you. So she feels like, you know, upping her game and making herself look like a mini god is a way for you to. Some of them are just clamoring for respect.
Okay, all right, ladies, we need to go on a break. When we're back, we'll be moving to the next story about the woman who is asking for our help on what she should do regarding the issue she's having with her husband. We'll be right back. It's still Ladies Talk.
Kiriji War, also known as Ekiti-Parapo War, was waged among Yoruba main ethnic groups which emerged from the ruins of the falling Oyo Empire that were desperate to replace the awesome powers hitherto wielded by the Alaafin of Oyo. The Kiriji War is defined as a conflict of confederacy and unitary political system championed by Yorubas of different socioeconomic and political interests. The Ibadan military aristocrats felt they deserved a dominant position for saving Yoruba land from being totally submerged by the Fulanis by their victory in Osogbo War of 1840 and Ijaye War of 1862. Kiriji War, that took its name from the booming motor sounds of European arms festered for so long because the Industrial Revolution in Europe provoked high standards of slaves. The 16-year Civil War also caused the emergence of new powerful kingdoms like Ibadan and the rise of powerful personalities like Oluyole, Ogunmola, Kuromi, Latosha, Shodeke, Fabumi, and Ogedengbe. One of the fallouts of Kiriji War was the birth of creative political and leadership structure in Yoruba land that was a blend of federalism and the autocratic monarchical system. Western Spring Television identifies Kiriji War as a watershed event.
It is the latest talk on Western Spring Television, and definitely James and Mazaquin are still here with us in the studios. And yes, we've been having an insightful conversation regarding the medical space, how safe it is for women, especially when you're going there in what word do I use now? You're vulnerable, yes, in a vulnerable state, and you need help, or you needed help. But what are you going to meet from this male profession? And it's not just the male, sometimes it's the women. Yeah, badly behaved. I feel everyone should do better. It's 2026. Let's everyone do better. All right, let's move back to the main story.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I said there are so many talking points here, which our conversation, the previous conversation we had, you can see a little bit of it in the story where the husband is annoyed because his best friend treated the wife. And then I think there are different annoying parts to the story.
No doubt about that. From the part where the doctor is always speaking about other ladies' stuff, and it's just
yes. Ajibs, I want to know what you think about this whole story.
First of all, you know, when I saw this story, what came to my head was, what thing women do men? What is our offense as a wife? Because I don't get it. Only you took me, you drove me by yourself to this friend's hospital, if I'm right. And we started having medications. Should I call it medications now, like consultations there on my pregnant body, a lot of checkups and the likes of it. The doctor has not been around, your friend has not been there, so the female doctor has been the one attending to me and all. Okay, so normally we didn't have a choice. I was following your order. That's why you took me to your friend, right? You trust him. If you didn't trust me, there was no point in my husband taking me there in the first place. Don't take me there. Let's go to a neutral ground where I can make my complaints. I can say, I don't like the way this person is relating to me, you know. Now, that being said, I now went there with another friend of mine and your friend. You never for one day told me not to be comfortable around your friend.
Best friend.
Supposed best friend for that matter. So who should I be more comfortable with my pregnancy if not your doctor best friend? Who should I want to even assess my body if not your doctor best friend? Because I want if something goes south tomorrow, I want to be able to call that your best friend, like Uncle Dakbo, for example, please come check me out. So I kind of feel like the man didn't do well at all. He kept the part that I feel the woman should know.
Yeah.
Till after she did something out of her free will, her free mind, and now you are holding it against her. Please, who does that? In my head, I'm like, who does that? She has done nothing wrong, and whatever that goes on, like with the boys, or they call it the men's code, right? That is their business, and truly it has got nothing to do with me. If he likes, he should draw a diagram of what it looks like to my husband. I think that is their business. Exactly. I went there because I'm a pregnant woman who went to a doctor for consultation. It is not, I mean, it is just on a period.
Actually, when I first read this story, I was like, damn, what's this? Like, at some point, I was so angry. I was like, what? Like she said, what do men really want? You are this, they don't want. You are that, they don't want. When I read the story is not even about being pregnant. I kind of see it from an angle of, it's just men insecurity, control, and all those, they are ego. Because number one, the guy himself, the kind of friends you keep,
show me your friend.
The definition of who you are. The man himself, Omo, he has question mark. If you are his wife, he has question mark. Because for him to have that kind of a friend as a doctor with that kind of mentality,
and you took me there.
You get, and the wife innocently, she don't know that, oh, this is how they relate, or this is how they talk about things outside. So another part is the doctor is unprofessional, because they used to say anything that happens here stays here, kind of a thing. That's what the man should have. But As a doctor, you talk about your patient outside.
That is even so unethical.
Like, to me, as the wife, do not do anything wrong. Because number one, the husband himself that knew the kind of friend he has didn't tell her anything. He didn't tell her, oh, babe, be careful. This man, he didn't say anything. You took her there first. So obviously, it's normal for her to feel safe around the doctor. So that incident is just the husband's fault. And I don't think you should blame the wife.
Okay, but let's look at it this way.
Okay.
We have a man. We know how men are, especially with their women. Sometimes they don't even want you to wear sleeveless top. They'll tell you, I don't want anyone to see your skin. Now imagine someone seeing your private part. This person is not a stranger. He's your friend. I feel that to a reasonable extent, I feel is
what?
Fighting for his rights.
Yes.
Okay.
More like
she's looking me. I don't like.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Say what?
Trying to protect what is his, rather.
I don't understand. How is he? How is she his? As how?
Trying to protect his woman from his friend.
Protect, is she a... I'm still trying to get it. Protect as how? Okay, we all agree she's your wife. She's your wife. Maybe because the man is just wants to be in control. That's just the bottom line. The control of ownership. You know the way men put it, my wife, my own. Let's even start. Your own. Is she like a property? Your own. I think it's that ownership spirit in men that makes them behave that way. I'm not saying you shouldn't protect what you like. Obviously, anything you like, you tend to protect it. It's just like a flower. You water it, you protect it. But the other gender makes it look more of ownership. So I think that's where the problem is coming from. Okay, this thing now my own, like as if there is something that I don't see.
Say,
I can't even explain
as
it.
a woman, as a mom, Tomilola, our body, this body like this, it is before we got married. That is when we can actually do a lot of hiding and guiding and what have you. I will tell you from experience that at the end of the day, the body, permit me to say it, will not get level. You know, the moment a woman is pregnant, okay, first of all, your body changes, right? At that time, you just want help. You want, in fact, okay, let's take for example a woman that is breastfeeding. Do you realize our newsroom, if you're a breastfeeding mother, whether you like it or not, you're going to bring out the breast and give your baby to suck. Whether, no matter how much you guide it and try to do, they will still see a part of it. So what are we talking about? So just the same way that woman went to, I'm going to keep saying this, the man should have told the woman, I don't trust my best friend. Yes, that is where communication comes in. So why are you now making her feel like a bad person after the deed has been done? If I were to be the woman, I think I'm going to go around back and even fight this man. Like, you knew this was who your friend was and you didn't tell me anything. But to me, she has done nothing wrong. And I keep saying it, if the best friend happens to be the kind of a man that would discuss his patient, what their V looks like in presence of everybody, I would say automatically he has +1, not to consign me. I've had my baby, I'm good. I care not. Now it is for me, him and my husband, to deal with whatever mess the both of them are doing together. You know, all
right, let's pick another part from this story that says the woman said the worst thing about it was that my husband used to always defend him and say if he was the one who is a doctor, he would do worse.
That is spot. Calling kettle black.
That's where I want to even come from. I was like, when you said the man should have said, oh babe, I don't trust my friend. How do you think it will sound? Imagine my husband coming to me to say,
I don't trust my friend. Then what are you doing with him?
The next question, before you even land, okay, why are you guys friends? Which means that's who you are. So show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. The man is ×2 of who the doctor is.
Yes,
he
right.
said it himself.
Yes, right.
So I think it's just him trying to,
protect his territory.
Exactly.
Like, even if you're gonna do all that, don't come near my own space.
And some men, what they do, they put it in you. They kind of see themselves in you. I've seen it countless times that what a man does, he wants to assume you do the same thing.
Yeah, right.
So I kind of feel it's just a reverse thing. The man was just trying to be petty because he wants to come out first and say it so that it will look like, okay, the woman did something wrong. But normally he is the one wrong from the beginning to the end
of this story.
Everything.
All the blame
and me,
is
that's
on
the
him.
ground for divorce. Yes. I'm divorcing him.
Wow.
I can't be with a man I don't trust.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's look at this from another angle.
I got divorced.
Let's look at it from another angle.
A ground.
If you are in your house, right, and then your husband friend comes around, let's say you trying to look sexy for your husband. The next minute you're doing what? You're going into the room, changing into something presentable.
Decent.
Yeah. And I'm so sure that you would not even want him to see any part of your body.
Yes, right.
Now look at this from another angle. Like you went to the hospital. You know that this person is my husband's friend. Don't you feel a little bit weird opening up to your best friends? I mean, your husband's best friend.
Am I the odd one here?
Maybe.
Am I? I'm not. I don't feel any type of way. For me, I don't feel any type of way. The only reason I'll feel any type of way right now is after this, when you are now telling me that that's your friend is so person. In the first place, for me, if it were me though, I will feel, when you're pregnant, you are a vulnerable woman. At that time, I told you when I was gonna have my second baby, the doctor attending to me, honestly, it was after childbirth, and I thought about it like, this young boy. It was you I was begging to please dip your hands in there and see if I am fully dilated. I was practically begging him, and he was somewhere, he was even eating, I remember he was eating gala and soft drink. It was like, madam, don't worry, you're almost there. I called him, please come, dip your hands in there. But on a normal day, I wouldn't feel like that. I wouldn't even want him around my body. But guess what? Once you're pregnant, you just want to be fine. In fact, oh Lord, please, this woman has done nothing wrong. Normally, we should feel safe around our husband's friends. In fact, they should be our go-to person. And when it comes to nudity, I don't understand now. She's pregnant, for crying out loud. So let him do his damn job. So now, if that's best friend of his, now come around and make your, how am I going to put it? Me, his wife, as the topic for the day, then shame on my husband. And you're not right, and you're not wrong about that. That is a ground for divorce.
Exactly.
Then shame on my husband.
The husband
you messed me up.
He has failed.
Yes, right.
Because to be honest, if you love your wife, you will respect her.
Damn.
So no man should have the right to say ill about your wife. That's what I feel. As my man, if you can't protect me outside, like when I'm not there, then I don't see the reason why we are there. His duty is to love and protect his wife. So him even sitting down there when conversation about women's body is being said, he's equally a bad person. And like I said, that man is dangerous. If you're his wife, better leave him. Don't even bother. Like, just leave him wrong.
And if that matter, if he ever comes out, like probably that conversation erupted amongst them, automatically, I mean, he has no regards for even his best friend.
Exactly.
Like there's never been that respect there.
Normally,
Talk less me. So I want to believe if he trusted his friend, like even to a minimal, he should feel like, no, my wife is off the table.
Yeah.
It's undebatable. It's a sacred, I mean, part of whatever thing that he does as his job. Do you get it? So basically, this woman has no fault.
And you were asking of, okay, if your husband's friend comes in, you want to change. This particular instance is different. This is an hospital, for goodness sake, and nobody gets treated. It depends on the kind of examination that you went in for. Some you have to take off your clothes and wear like the hospital gown. Most of those gowns are transparent and just flee. There's nothing underneath. So I'll still take it back to perception. Me, once I enter the hospital, the only thing in my mind is that thing that is doing me, and I want to treat her.
Not what you want to see.
Not how you look.
Or what
I'm
you
even
want to
surprised
see.
that there are cute doctors, but I don't even used to see them because of how I'm feeling at that
at the time.
time.
Yeah,
I just want to get treated. I want to be fine. So that woman went in there with that notion. So if her husband sees it differently, then that makes him
that's their business.
Okay, let's look at it from another angle. I think the religious part. Islam, is it Islamic or Islam?
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
The Islamic religion.
Yeah, they're not in support of a male doctor treating a female patient.
Okay.
Like when you go to a hospital, the first thing you should ask is, if you see a male doctor, ask him, is there a female doctor
On duty.
on duty?
Man.
If the doctor says, oh no, I'm the only one here, you need to get someone to stay around you. Don't you feel that's also reasonable?
Reasonable? No. I don't think that's reasonable. I just feel that's just, people doing too much.
You're trying to protect your body.
It's not at that point. The only thing that should matter to you is your health. I don't even know where our leaders sorry, I'm not trying to, the Christians also have their own. I'm not trying to talk about any bad, like, religious bad thing about someone's religion, but then who gave us that law? Like, who just sat down and feel like, oh, I want to say this? Okay, if they're trying to do that, first thing first, they should work on the system. And what do I mean? They should bring in more women. But before we can solve that, we have to manage what we have, and that's the men. So you don't have the right to come to the hospital. You start asking who is on duty. Madam, you're never ready to get treated. You they go back house. And what if you die in that process? Remember that story that was trending on X about that Auntie Esther or whatever,
life,
that they say they don't get
deeper life. Jehovah Witness.
They don't get blood transfusion. Me, since that day I've started calling her a dead woman. I know say she could die. Sorry, I didn't. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but then she have already signed her death warrant.
All right, because of our time, lastly, I want to hear from you. The husband has not been home for 3 days, and she's asking, what should I do? In just a few words, what do you think she should do?
Okay.
Because looking at it, she sounds bothered. Because looking at all of this, left to you guys, you like farewell.
No, she should be bothered because she's a wife.
Okay.
The only reason you won't be bothered is if you're not married to that man, coupled with the fact that you're pregnant with his child, you're having his baby, and you practically did nothing wrong, but to him, you're wrong. At the end of the day, I think the family will have to gather at some point to understand what actually happened between the both of them. And I can assure you that the family will tell that man is insensitive.
Okay, so is the marriage done? Or
the marriage can't be done except the man is not going to be reasonable now. The marriage can be done. He should understand that he's just being insensitive and petty at the same time, and he should understand that it was just one of those things that will happen to a pregnant woman. I mean,
all right, because of our time, sorry, I know you have a lot to say.
Except the man is willing to apologize.
Okay,
to me, is a ground for divorce.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, we need to move to the next segment, and we'll be back.
It's exactly few days to become a year. My girl, my sales girl who lives with me actually did this to me. This is how she wraps money inside nylon and hide them inside clothes. Last year was a tough moment for me. I almost died. See clothes. I walk like an elephant and eat like, and look at the way she hides the money inside clothes. You see the way we are bringing it out. A lot of people thought that she was saving it in a saving box. It was a lie. I just don't want to even put the picture of this girl. This girl dealt with me. This is how she ties them in the nylon, bundle by bundle, and fix them in different clothes. Last year was hell for me. If a 18 to 19 years old girl can actually do this, about 30 years, the man will have this boutique berima. I will go 600 and there. Then right to I said the money. It was terrible. As already season last year. Trust a lot of people were putting hate comments for the channel boy, for the channel okay. They hate comments. I could share account back at this video. This video just pop up, just for this video, mini pom nanya. They could just use the get save the element good that time. Man, in carbon car flafu, a wages in a bank, we put the way in carry gun. Funding a trust mother, not trust when you're gonna make a name. Be careful. A lot of people now roll look at elephants and eat like ants. Neighbor not to see ego, not to see ego. That is.
All right, that's what's trending, and that's a video of a house help trying to help our boss save money for Oblate. Right. People were saying that just see it as a way of saving, like she helped you to save your money.
Right. That's
what you guys have to say.
That is in as much as she discovered the money, right? But if it was undiscovered,
it's gone.
But first thing, they said the lady is like 18.
Yeah.
What gave her the mind to do something?
Hey, I would advise anyone who cares to listen. Having a house help is as dangerous as anything. In fact, having anyone around your kids that is not even blood are not trustworthy these days. Talk less of a total stranger. Let everyone just learn to embrace their family and do what they can do, and let everyone just be within their own space.
So you're saying it's not bad for me if I want to outsource. Let's say I'm a busy woman, I have career, I need help. The only thing I kind of feel is an in-house person staying with me.
Okay.
I won't allow it.
Okay, so an in-house again. We treated one on radio of the younger sister to the wife, and the younger sister, you know, to the wife. Okay, and the husband sister, they connived, they poisoned the elder sister. And while she was dying, she wasn't dead. There's a long story surrounding that and all that. Hey, no way it's safe. Blood does not even make us related anymore. The air we breathe now is very different from what it used to be. And we just pray to God to help us to get it right. That is all I can say.
All right, thank you, ladies, for coming on the show tonight. James and Mazi Queen.
Thank you, girl.
Thank you for
Next week is
having
another
us.
time on Ladies Talk. My name is Tomilola Daniel Adejinwa. Do want to have a restful evening.